G'day and welcome to The Neck on Tasmania's beautiful Bruny Island. This is our home for this week's Great Australian Detour. I used to think the romance of the open road was the stuff of legend. Another time and most certainly another place. We know better. The open road's still there, just off the freeway, connecting families to towns and stories and what will become some of our fondest memories. Subaru's Great Australian Detour is a celebration of the long way, of looking at the drive as the destination and seeing just how much we can do as we travel from A to B, instead of racing and missing the best bits. This is Australia, the greatest detour there is. On this Great Australian Detour, we stretch the meaning of road trip, taking the 2022 Forester to an island, off an island, off an island. I hope you've packed your appetite. It's funny how one name's rarely enough for the great places. So, Australia, the land down under, Tasmania, the Apple Isle, and it happens all over the world. Corsica, the French island off the boot of Italy. So what's Bruny? Well, Bruny's the island off the island off the island. Or Bruny is the food festival nibbling at the coast of Tasmania. Less than 1 hour from Hobart, it's a short ferry ride across the Donticastro Channel to this unique and historic island. You'll hear the word artisan a lot, mainly around the food. There's oysters, Bruny honey, fudge and chocolate, ciders, cheeses, artisan cheeses. As for the views, expect the best. This is Tasmania. I know, you can't believe you've never been here. Very first thoughts on Bruny Island, it's clean. There's literally no rubbish on the side of the road. And the corners, they're beautifully cambered. So it's a fun driving experience. And then you look around, oh my God, it's like turquoise water. This is the Mediterranean end of Bruny Island. That's the northern end. I don't know what that makes the southern end. And we're heading for highlight number one first. And I know I should be saving it up, but it's oysters, Do a bit of shucking. It's a hell of a name for a business, and about the only business that would get away with it. If you've never heard of them, it's because they don't export beyond the beach out front. This is a now and remember forever experience. So Lee, you left Byron Bay at its absolute best for Bruny Island.
Correct.
So oysters are my absolute weakness, right? I'm not going to apologise for it.
No, we don't want you to.
No, I love them.
Yeah, good.
So what is it about the Bruny Island oysters that make them so special?
And if you've got beautiful flow through of current like we've got here on the Donticastro Channel and pretty much all through Tasmania, that nutrient gets washed through the water. Algae loves the nutrient. So it feeds, and as algae grows, it's the perfect food for oysters. They just consume that nutrient.
Yeah. These oysters, you don't sell these on the mainland.
No.
They're only sold here.
Yeah, every oyster we grow, we're firm believers that we'd rather people travel here and have an oyster than our oysters travel a long distance.
We're sitting here for a reason.
Yeah.
So your lease is literally 200 metres that way.
Yeah. That's a Pacific oyster, okay? That's still alive.
And this is large.
This time of the year, they're a full-bodied oyster. You can eat it. I've got plenty more.
No, the thing is, do I wash it? Oh my God, my mouth is already...
Do you wash it? Look.
Do we wash it in the water?
Well, here's the thing. If you have a look at that, that's ocean.
Okay, great.
That's ocean, and that's clean.
Okay, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful, isn't
and that's beautiful. Let's make another one.
Oh, we can do that. And the secret of a good oyster is that beautiful bowl there, because it holds more ocean. And if it holds more ocean, you have a happy oyster. And sometimes there's pearls in them as well.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
There is not.
I'll show you some pearls later. Truly, there's some pearls.
All right, you can have that one.
Can I have that one?
Yeah, I can't believe it. He does it for a living.
I'm gonna. We'll get some more.
There's that great expression, whatever blows your hair back. Well, this is like what literally has blown my hair off. It's a tasting plate from Lee, and there's Kilpatrick and an Asian fusion, and the natural, of course. So we've tried the natural, close your eyes and taste the ocean. What I didn't say to Lee is, I just think this is so perfect. I don't know why you would cook it. But he promises me that the Asian fusion, which is a crumbed with Asian flavours, is terrific. So this is superb. Actually, this juice on that natural oyster, well, don't dob. Wow, oh my God. Let's go to a Kilpatrick. Oh. At just under 70 k's from tip to tail, Bruny is not huge. But given there's no public transport, you will need your car. Driving holidays are one of the great opportunities to see things that we've never seen before. The roads are new, the experiences are new, but we also don't know what's around the next corner. That's what I love about Subaru's EyeSight Driver Assist. It's constantly scanning the road ahead of you, looking for anticipated danger. It's like having a second pair of eyes looking out for you. Now, I've been wondering about those. They're these white boxes, you see them from time to time. And I thought they might have something to do with the mutton birds because there's over 500,000 breeding pairs on Bruny Island, but of course that was wrong. It's honey and they're beehives, and there's a family and there are bees and there is Tasmanian wilderness, and the three come together for some of Australia's most celebrated honey. Oh, how sweet you are, Bruny Island honey. Natalie's one part of the family business whose reputation definitely precedes it. So Natalie, of course this is the sweetest spot on Bruny. When I think about Tassie honey, it's all leatherwood.
Leatherwood, leatherwood, leatherwood.
And so what's so good about the Bruny Island honey? Because if there's a best Tasmanian honey, the word is that it's from here.
Yeah.
And it's you guys. It's your family business.
That's exactly right. Yeah, I think it's the range of floral sources and the clean air and the variety of honey that they can collect. So it keeps them going all year round. We hardly have to move the bees. Well, we never move the bees off the island.
Yeah.
They can survive all year round on all the different nectar sources that are here.
So can I see the bees?
Of course, yeah.
You
have to get pretty close.
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay, can I
You're
get
not
the
scared of
suit?
these?
No. I'm allergic to them, but
Oh,
no.
right. I have a couple of EpiPens.
No, I'm fine. While we all know honey comes from bees, I was buzzing to see the workers in action. So what have we got here?
We've got 4 queen bees in here.
Yeah?
That mated, arrived in the post
You're kidding.
a day or 2 ago, and they're all in there ready to put into these hives here if they need a new queen, or if they're going really well, we will split them in half and put half with a new queen and leave the old half with the old queen.
All right, and I guess we're getting closer to the
Yes.
use
Pointy end,
use
yes.
the force Luke. So
That's
suit
right,
up.
Yes. Put your heat on.
All right, feel like the Power Ranger. I love it.
So this is that's all capped off honey. So when the honey's reduced enough moisture, they'll cap it off with a thin layer of beeswax. And the ones on this side, see how they're still open?
Yeah.
They're still finishing those ones off. So all different nectars and flowers will have different colours on them. So at the moment, this hive's looking pretty good. I think we'll probably be able to split this one.
Yeah.
That's just a bit of extra. So they build the honeycomb out on these frames.
Yeah, we should eat that.
But yeah, you could. Just take the bees off. You can eat it if you want to.
Oh, I've got a mask on. This is the cruelest trick in the world.
You can just open up a little bit, just go like that.
I'll have a go. Oh, wait, there's a bee on it.
Yeah, bees love honey too.
Oh, God.
Do you actually like honey?
I love it.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
Some
wow.
people don't. Some people just come in just because, and they go, well, I actually don't really like honey that much. But
And the wax
I just
on it.
find bees so fascinating.
No, that's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's probably a bit of pretty box in that one, in that frame.
And the wax is almost like having a chewing gum at the end of it.
That's right. So you can kind of suck all the flavour out of it and then just spit the wax out, or you can eat the whole thing. It won't do you any harm at all to eat the whole, but the wax is quite waxy. Yeah.
I suppose on our little food trip, I feel like we're getting close to dessert.
Yes.
Where would I go if I want to have a full Bruny?
Oh,
dessert?
Many choices. So many choices. I suppose there's the berry farm.
Yeah.
The berry farm down at Adventure Bay there.
Yeah.
Beautiful berries and mostly raspberries and stuff.
And Adventure Bay.
And Adventure
So
Bay,
there's got
have
to
an
be something
adventure.
going on.
Exactly, I know. Yeah, right by the sea there. Beautiful.
All right. Well, I might leave you with your
Yes.
queen finding.
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You'll find us soon enough.
I hope so.
Yeah. And thanks very much, Natalie.
No worries.
Terrific
Thank
to
you.
As much as I enjoyed my time in the fly-wire suit, it was never going to be practical for what's next. It's a balmy 14 degrees on Bruny Island as a gentle wind works its magic on the whitecaps across the channel. To be honest, I'm not fussed about the temperature, not while I'm driving anyway. Temperatures change, as we know, or when you're on holidays, you might be out running around, get back in the car. It's too hot in the car, you want to cool it down. So as part of Subaru's driver monitoring system, they've got this fantastic new feature. So that's not the facial recognition, and it's not the driver distraction or drowsiness warning. It's a remote or hand gesture temperature control. So basically, if I put my hand up here, I can lower the temperature if I put a fist up, or if I put the hand up like this, I can raise the temperature. So there we go, up, up. And you can tell your kids like you're a magician. You go, kids, you want the car to be cooler, and then you go, temperature aramas. You can try it. They might not believe you. Bruny's got a stack of great stories, and Rob Pennicotts is one of them. He almost lost his business when it first began, but with a great idea and some old-fashioned Bruny resilience, he's created the place to see the other Bruny, the seaside version. From where else? Adventure Bay. So the Tassie coastline is just, I mean, clearly it's remarkable and stunning. The kelp, so this is a bull kelp. The Japanese will use a kelp like this, they'll put it in soups, but not your miso. And then what we'll use it for is anything from, hey, oh, forget the kelp. This is the blowhole, and it's just brilliant, and it'll blow all the way up. Yeah. Beautiful. Yes, it is like being at a Kiss concert. It's just great. Just beautiful. It's always good to be surprised by the moments that are meant to surprise you. Rob sees this daily, and I'm not sure I've met anyone happier. Rob, it seems that the food has all the attention on Bruny, and they're wrong. It's wrong. What you've shown me today is amazing.
Yeah, there's so much more. The food's great,
Yeah.
but the scenery, the community, is a great place for family. I'm certainly not a local because I wasn't born here,
Right.
but my kids were made on Bruny,
Yeah.
so they're definitely local.
How long have you been on Bruny and running the cruises
The
for?
cruises have been going for 22 years,
Yeah.
but we've been here. I was a fisherman before that,
Yeah.
so instead of catching fish, I put people in red jackets and catch people rather than fish now.
Okay, so the fishing must be, I mean, I haven't seen anyone fishing at all, maybe two guys on a pier. So the fishing must be phenomenal.
Yeah, look, it's like anything. A bit of local knowledge is important, but
Yeah.
there's squid, abalone, crayfish, probably 10 different sorts of fish. You just need to know where you go.
Yeah, we just went through a pod of dolphins. That was spectacular. You know, they're here on the side of the boat. So, it's in a natural sense, there can't be anywhere better in the world.
Well, what I love about it, it's an island off an island off an island, and it is like stepping back in time 50, 60 years. You can still, in peak summer, go to a beach that's got no one on it,
Yeah.
and you feel like you're on one of the movies of Castaway or something like that, and you take down a picnic and maybe a bottle of something and get in the water, and the swimming is beautiful, and yeah, it's just a beautiful place to be.
And so in terms of natural highlights, we went past the blowhole, which was phenomenal. What else is there?
Well, we've got Penguin Island, we've got the blowhole, we've got the monument. We go down and there's headland after headland, and the locals say some names that stick, like McDonald's, because it's a drive-through cave, and we've sort of got it all, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, isn't it? Like, you know, that beautiful humour in such a special part of the world.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, without doubt.
It's interesting because before, and this is the thing about doing a boat cruise, because you don't realise how special it is until you actually get to see it from a distance. And then two shags, I think those shags, just flew by, and there was the sun and the orange in the cliffs, and it was just literally a moment in time that you can't fabricate, but I know it's going to stick with me for a long time.
Yeah, everyone who does a tour with us closes their eyes at the end of the day, and there's something magic and special. Today, mine will be the dolphins, but those shags, the black-faced cormorants, we call them the flying penguins.
I know the blowhole's like a signature dance move for you in the cruises. Do you have something that you like actually more?
Yeah, I really love the blowhole, but the monument is spectacular, and I've got to show you that.
Okay, good. All right, that's on the way back?
Yep, let's do it.
Perfect. To slide past the monument is swell, sea and wind dependent. This was definitely our day. Next up, back on the Chew. It's healthy and local, and depending who you ask, the best in the world. Dessert? Would you? Could you? Of course you could. We're all in this together, right? So where do raspberries come from? So, Bron, what is it about Bruny Island raspberries?
Well, first of all, we allow them to stay on the bush until they're this beautiful blush red colour. Now, they're the ones that you're supposed to eat,
right?
Because they're the ones that are jam-packed with flavour.
Okay, so look at these pink ones here, and then I'll go...
Oh, hang on, not that one. I saw which one you were going for.
Yeah.
I think you need to have that one.
Okay, so can I do an experiment and try that one?
Yeah, go for it.
Which is much pinker.
Yep. So that one needs probably another day or so.
Yeah, it's nice, it's tart, a little bit tart.
Yeah. But then have that one.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
It's like completely different flavour.
I know, and it all is in just with the amount of time that you leave it on the bush.
Okay.
So if we came back in 2 days' time and you had that same one,
it
would have been like the second one you had.
Okay. What happens if you miss them in picking? What happens the day after? If it's literally a day-by-day thing?
Yeah, so that will keep ripening, so that would be a nice purple colour 2 days from now, and that will go straight into jam. So the thing is with super ripe raspberries, we can't put them in punnets because they actually turn to juice because they're full of all those beautiful flavours.
Yeah, and so that's why the jam's so good, because it's super ripe.
Yeah, and we don't need to put much sugar in it at all. We let the fruit do the talking.
Hey, and so what is it about Bruny? Like, there's definitely something going on here.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
I can't seem to put my finger on exactly what it is.
Well, as my mum would say, it's the Bruny Island mode. It's got this real sort of relaxed feeling about it. It's almost when you get here, you can have this big, deep breath and go, like, I can just kick back, unwind. The serenity is amazing.
Yeah.
It's being, you literally are immersed in the wild, in the environment.
Yeah. And it is wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so how many ways are there to deal with a raspberry?
Well, there's many ways that you can deal with a raspberry. Trust me, we've tried them all.
Yeah.
We take suggestions if you've got any.
Yeah.
So for the moment, we have, how much time you got? We've got crepes, we've got scones, we've got ice creams, we've got milkshakes, muffins, tarts, cakes, vinegars, sauces. I think I've only covered off half of it off the top of my head.
Okay, well, look, if I'll definitely sample, but for my girls, my two daughters, I'll try the crepe. Is that okay?
Oh, fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Mum, we want some crepes.
As good as the crepe was, the jam was the jam, but in need of something to serve it with. Enter one of the truly quirky heroes of the Bruny Island food trail. So this is the road where Susie was saying there's the fridges on the side of the road with the special bread. And she's right on the button. There it is. The Bruny Baker bread. Wow. And if we're lucky, so the word is that it actually goes quite quickly, there'll be some here. Please hold. The Bruny Island baker works from home and leaves his bread in a couple of roadside fridges. You can pay with cash, you can do a direct debit, or you can come back with money later. This is a truly quirky Bruny moment. And the bread, spectacular. No one seems to be able to put their finger on what it is about Bruny Island that makes it so special. It's a true wilderness, stunning and pure, and home to that almost predictably relentless Tassie beauty. Find Bruny on a good day and you can't imagine how challenging it can get, until you hit it on a rough day and you can't remember the serenity of a gentle sea breeze. It's the people, of course, and nostalgia. Holidays you had in a place kind of like this. The food, the views, the winding roads, and well, it's the escape of the daily grind. It's Bruny, beyond description and quite possibly beyond compare. Bruny Island. I know what you're thinking. I can't believe I haven't been here. So I'm going to stay for a little while, shuck a few more oysters and think about our next Great Australian Detour. And I'll leave you with this bit of knowledge from Lee, who's an ex-diver. He said you can use an oyster shell, a fresh one, to call crayfish. You go wash it out, you go down near the water, and you go, calling all crayfish, calling all... It's a joke. See you next time.